Hi, my name is Reid Hoffman, and I am informing in Formula.
Hi, Reid. We're here with Reid Hoffman, founder of LinkedIn. Reid, tell us a little bit about your international strategy. Where is LinkedIn outside of the U.S.? What percentage of your business is coming from outside the U.S., and where do you go from here?
So we have over 34 million members globally. About half of those in the U.S., half are outside the U.S. We have over 9 million in Europe. We're growing at about a million people every 17 days. This year, we're actually quite focused on two markets. One is Europe, broadly speaking, because we actually already have over 9 million people. Netherlands actually has a higher per capita membership in LinkedIn than any other country in the world. We are very large in the UK, Scandinavia, etc. We also have substantial presences in France and Germany, although in Germany there's a local competitor called Zing that we'll talk about in a bit. We're also growing very fast in India at the moment, so India is another focus for us.
Great. Okay. Where do you go from here in your international expansion?
Well, so we've launched, last year we launched Spanish and French in order to get kind of like a localized experience and ability to have profiles in multiple languages so that people not just can use it for the kind of the global English, but also more for the local market. So we're beginning to, our focus has been kind of a combination of U.S. and global English, tier 2-4, and that included the reason why we had 9 million people in Europe. But now we're actually, okay, well, let's actually begin to broaden out to other languages. And so there's obvious languages that we're working on launching in Europe because there are other significant languages in Europe.
Okay, great. So let's talk a little bit about the competition. Zing in Germany is also trying to expand aggressively. So how do you see that competition shaping up?
So Zing is very strong in Germany. They have a very large and active user base in Germany that is worthy of respect, and the customers like it, and that's great. They have been in 16 languages for like 4 or 5 years, and they haven't really significantly been able to expand outside of Germany, despite making some acquisitions in Spanish, and they made an acquisition in Turkey that may work out. The Spanish ones seem to have not worked out quite so well. And so we think that they're very strong in Germany, but we think that, for example, our proposition for Germans is, well, if you want to do cross Europe, we have we have more people in Europe than Zing has worldwide, right? So our tool is a very good one for using it in Europe broadly. Now, we also hope to eventually be a contender in the local German market, but that will take some time because Zing has a strong active presence there now.
Okay, Zing recently purchased a company called Social Median, which allows, well, basically will allow it to push news out to the members of the social network. Do you envision adding applications like that, or?
Well, we already have a platform. We've launched the Open Social platform last year. We have a number of different apps. So, for example, we have a business book reading list from Amazon. We have collaborative stuff from Huddle. We have trip stuff from TripIt. We have a wide variety of applications already. We also we launched a news product about a year ago. That we've been iterating on. It's somewhat different than Social Media, and I don't know if that is in responding to our news product. I don't know if that's why Zing bought Social Media, right?
Okay.
But we've actually been iterating on our own vision there. So we think that keeping professionals informed is a very good value proposition. We think that's something that we have been doing and intend to do better. It's good that Zing's doing that too.
Okay, great. And finally, there's Jeff Pulver and had written a while back that he was switching from LinkedIn to Facebook because it was more interactive. More business people are creating Facebook profiles now, and how do you see the competition between Facebook and LinkedIn?
So, at a high line, one of the ways that I explain kind of what's going on with social networking is and this is very crude, of course, but I describe MySpace as the bar, right? It's where you kind of trick out your profile and try to look as cool as possible, kind of the way that you dress up when you're going clubbing to the bar. Facebook is the barbecue in your backyard. It's where you bring your friends over, your family over, you share pictures of your recent trips and experiences, maybe new music you've discovered, watch a movie together, that sort of stuff. And LinkedIn is the office. the fact that there's a lot of business people joining Facebook is not distressing at all. Business people have homes, have barbecues in the backyard, do that sort of activity. Now, frequently people say, well, but I'm connecting with business people on Facebook, and that does happen. But the question you have to look at is use cases. Like, what can people use it for? So, the kinds of things, the features that we have at LinkedIn are unique and important to us. So if you're looking, like as a journalist, you're looking for a source, you're looking to make a connection to a company, like what's the right way that I can get to eBay, or as an entrepreneur find possible advisors or financing, looking for information, like we have an answers product about solving business problems and sharing information with business professionals and doing that. Those are the things that actually distinguish between a business use case and a non-business use case. Now,
Right.
Facebook's a great tool for kind of staying up to date with status updates and little messages, and those are helpful. And there is some, there's some areas of kind of business social that both Facebook and we will do different versions of. Our focus is on helping professionals be effective daily and in their career. Facebook's is in sharing experiences, right? Because the way they describe themselves is social utility. So, when Pulver wrote that article, I kind of thought it was kind of media grabbing. It's like, it's a way of getting a kind of a headliner. And we reached out and explained what we were doing. It was, oh, sorry. I was like, all right, fine. Right. But it was kind of like, look, they're different beasts.
Okay. All right. Since we're meeting here in Davos, what was the most interesting thing that what was your most interesting takeaway?
Well, I always like the people in Davos a great deal. So having conversations with folks where you meet a wide variety of people outside of just your business area. Probably the thing that was most interesting to me was a conversation that we had there was a dinner that the New York Stock Exchange Euronext hosted, where they brought in Niall Ferguson to talk about his recent work in a book he wrote called The Ascent of Money, excuse me, a little early in the morning, The Ascent of Money. And so, and I thought Ferguson was very sharp, and it was interesting to kind of talk about, his perspectives on what the crisis, what engendered it, what are possible solution sets. I mean, there's a lot of work to do there, but that was very interesting.
Okay, great. Thanks very much.
My
Reid.
pleasure.